This afternoon I popped along to Coal Orchard to have a look at see what's happening down there. The site is being cleared at the moment and being prepared for building work to start next week. As you'll hear actually in an interview given by Simon King to me. Simon's from Midas, and it was kind of him to talk to me this afternoon. Thank you for that, Simon. I wanted to ask him the various questions about where people will park, how long the construction will take, etc. Importantly, he did say that work will commence in September, so next month. And the first stage of that work will be the picture I'm showing now, which are these two buildings, which should be up, he says, by next September. So it'll be nice if that is the case. So I'm with Simon King. Simon, good afternoon to you. Is it afternoon to you, isn't it?
It is afternoon.
It's been a long day, has it not? Tell me, we're now in Coal Orchard where it's going to be built. I'll just swing the camera around so that everyone can see where we are.
Yep.
The sun's in everybody's eyes, but we can't help that, I'm afraid. So Simon, today you've had an ambulance pop in. You've not quite closed the car park, but I gather you're going to close that about now. Is that correct?
It will be closing at some point today, yes.
Okay, that's fine. So in terms of pointing this way, then I'm now pointing the way in from St James Street as was.
Mm-hmm.
So where the barriers where we see the wooden barriers down there, they'll go across the entrance there, will they?
That's correct.
And behind those barriers, for those people looking where we are now, that's the new small car park. There's about 20 spaces there, including one disabled space and motorcycle parking as well. So as we look around then, Simon, where I'm pointing the camera now, the barriers will go along, or where they are now, won't they? The wooden ones on the far side there.
That's correct.
Okay, so they'll stay there. And on this side then, where Riverside House is?
There'll be barriers hoarding across that way as well to stop people accessing the site.
And are they going to be the
direction.
same sort of height as?
That's correct.
Okay. And then going round to where the ambulance is now then, the walkway will be closed at the other end by the bridge,
That's correct.
I'm assuming.
Yep.
And as we turn round here then...
And it will be closed behind us as well, allowing people access from the bridge to go to behind the Brewhouse.
And access to the Brewhouse,
And
obviously,
access
from
to
there.
the Brewhouse.
So presumably across the Brewhouse there, that will be blocked off there?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, that's great. So just about the work itself then.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting, well you are starting rather, hopefully in the next few days.
The contract work starts in September,
Yep.
so we're completing the enabling part of the contract now,
Okay.
which is to secure the site and make the site safe.
Okay. So once it's safe, where are we then from the get-go?
We will then be starting what is
A
called
spade in the
Block
ground,
A.
as they
The
say.
spade in the ground,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we'll be starting Block A, which is the sort of top end of the site,
Okay.
near to
So
where
I'm
the
pointing
pool
at that
was
now, yes?
demolished. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. And then we've got Block D, which comes down on the riverside, and then we'll do Block E, which is the one that comes down the centre of the
Yes,
car park,
indeed.
and then we work our way out of the site.
And there's a couple of larger units going more or less where we're standing, aren't they?
No. You've got one unit that comes down the centre, ends about here.
Yeah.
One unit which comes down to the side here, which ends roughly where
And then we're
sort of
opening
stood
it
here.
out, or you're opening out down to the riverbank itself with stepping, is that
That's
correct?
correct, yes.
Brilliant, okay. Simon, thank you very much for that. How long will the work take?
The works will be it'll be opened up in phasing, so the first
Okay.
phase of the works will be completed around about September of next year.
And is that the bit on the far side?
And that will be the bit that comes down to the riverbank and allows
Brilliant.
this access to be opened
So in
back
other
up
words,
again.
for the people who like walking down here,
Incorrect.
this will be open as soon as possible.
That is correct.
So
And
when are we looking at that?
And that's around about September next year.
September next year, okay.
Yeah, and then the following February will be completion of the centre two blocks,
Yeah.
Block A, and opening up the new car park on the corner of the site over here.
Thank you, Simon, I much appreciate that. Are you okay with this video going on social media?
Yes.
Thank you very much.